Hello everyone. In this Excel tutorial video, we're going to learn the SUMIF function. Now the SUMIF function adds together defined values from multiple ranges. It sounds a little complicated, but it's actually very easy, and we're going to go through a couple examples so that you really get the hang of it. Now the SUMIF function helps you answer questions like how many sales did a particular salesperson make, or how much revenue did we earn from a particular product, or how many of this particular product type did we sell, especially when you're looking through tables as you see right here that have a lot of information and it's not really sorted exactly very well. And so this is a way to sort through that information and get you the information you want very, very quickly. So let's go through the syntax of the SUMIF function. Is the range. It's where you want to look for your information. So on this example, we're going to try and find each salesperson's total revenue that they earned. So the range is where are we going to look for each salesperson? Well, we're going to look for them in this column, the salesperson column, and so that's going to be our range. It's where we're looking for the information. The criteria is what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for Dave's sales. And so we're going to specify Dave. So as it looks through this range, as Excel goes through this range with the SUMIF function, it's going to look for Dave in particular. And then the summary range is what's the information that we want to come out of the sum function? What are we adding up and putting here? And it's going to be displayed. And it's actually the revenue, right? So we're going to look under the salesperson's range. Then we're going to find Dave within that range, add them all up, and then find the total revenue that corresponds to all the entries for Dave here. And that's the SUMIF function in a nutshell. Now to make it easier, I'm going to show you a little shortcut first before we go into the SUMIF function. The first one is what we want to do is we want to name each range rather than clicking and selecting, because as you can see I have 100 entries here, and if I were to click and select each one, it would just take a very long time. So we're going to do this very quickly by just highlighting our name in the range, kind of selecting a few, and then our shortcut is hitting Control Shift on the keyboard and the down arrow, and it very quickly selects every cell within this range, and it stops once it gets to a blank cell. And then I want to name this range because that's going to make it easier for me to work with. So I'm going to hit again Control Shift, but now I'm going to hit F3. So Control Shift F3. And that's going to bring up my Create Names from Selection box. And we're going to name this range Volume. Okay? I've already named these first four, so I'm just going to show you an example of volume and revenue. So we're going to do the same thing with revenue. We're just going to select a few, hit Control Shift on the keyboard and the down arrow. It's going to select all of the numbers within the range, all the cells within this range. And then while they're selected, I'm going to hit Control Shift F3. It's going to bring up our Create Names from Selection. The top row is the one I want. I want to name it this top row from Revenue, and then click OK. So now I have all my ranges, reference order, the salesperson's, the date, vacation package, volume, revenue. They've all been named. So now I can just type them in rather than having to select it. It makes it much, much quicker. So let's try and find the total revenue that Dave has earned. So we're going to hit equal, and then SUMIF. And you can see that Excel is already helping us out. It's spelling it for us, so we can just click on it. And then range, if we remember, range is where we want to look. So where do we want to find Dave? We want to find Dave under the salesperson column. So I'm going to start typing salesperson because I've already named it. So I don't have to select the whole column. I've already named it. It's easy for me to do it that way. Criteria, well, I'm going to just click Dave, and I could have B7 and it's going to look for Dave. Comma. The summary range, again, we're looking for what information or how do I want this information displayed. And I want the revenue displayed. So I'm going to type revenue. And Excel again helps me out there. And I hit Enter. And so now we know that Dave has earned a total of $171,000 in sales. That's the total revenue that Dave has earned. So what the SUMIF function has done is it's gone through this salesperson column and it's found every entry of Dave, all 100 entries, and it's found which ones were Dave. And then it's gone through the revenue column and it's matched every sale that Dave has made, and it's added all those up together and it's put them right here. And if we want to, all we have to do now is drag it, and we have all the salespeople, all their total revenues very, very quickly. And we could do it another way too, and just to show you, just an example, is if we're not going to click on a particular cell, if we just want to name Dave, because it's text, you're going to need to use quotes. So it would have to be quote Dave, enter. But if it's named Dave, you can't drag it down and have it do each cell. So that's why it's just easier to have it as a relative reference here. Now, one more example so that you get the hang of the SUMIF function is we're going to look on this question is what's the total sales volume for each vacation package? And so we're going to again type SUMIF, click on that, and then our range, again, where are we looking to find these vacation packages? Well, we're looking in the vacation package column. And what are we looking for specifically in the vacation package column? We're looking for Hawaii. So we're going to click on Hawaii here. And then what information do we want? Well, we want to know how many total packages of this Hawaiian vacation has been sold. So we want to look under the volume column here. So I'm going to type volume and hit enter. And so we see that it's gone through all 100 and it's found that 41 Hawaiian vacation packages have been sold. And we can just drag down, and now we have all of the information very quickly. It's gone through a little bit complicated, kind of, it would be very difficult to go through this by hand, but it's much easier to just use the SUMIF function, and you have your information very, very quickly. And if you like this video, please click the like button, the thumbs up button. And if you want more of these videos, please subscribe to this channel and you'll see more of these Excel training videos. Thank you very much.